This video will show you how to enter lamb data in the web application. Another video explains how to upload lamb data using the electronic files. Select Animals tab on the top of the screen. On the right hand side, click the Enter New Animal button. A new screen will appear. The boxes with the red asterisks are required prior to save the lamb information. Use the Enter or Tab key to move from one field to the next. You can enter only the birthing information or the birthing information and additional weight information. The weights of lambs can be added later. Check this box if you want the program to create automatically tattoos using the 5/ digits of the national ID numbers for your animals and the birth date. Select the date format you want. It is important to respect the order chosen and to add manually the / or the dash between the day, the month, and the year. I select the number 6. Select your flux letters from the pull-down menu to pre-populate the new animal tattoo field. If you are entering lambs into a group with a different set of letters, you can choose from the pull-down or change them manually when the breed change. I choose CEPO. Enter the management year. You should use the birth year of lambs and the management group in the boxes. The management group must be only number, no letter, from 1 to 9998. It will be 2013, group 7. The group count on this pop-up shows how many animals have been entered into this group so far. To enter dam and sire information, you can use both tattoo and national ID. It is important to enter the complete tattoo, flux letters, animal number, year of birth, and generation code, or the national ID, the 9 digits, of the parent. Please note that the generation code changed in 2013 for the letter D. Animals born from 1991 to 2012 must have the generation code C. The parent must be found in the database. If the parent is not in the database, you will get a message as sire or dam not found close to the breed. In that case, it must be entered by using the Enter Founders button on the Mine Animal screen prior to enter the progeny. Please note that this message will appear when you enter a dam and there is no information in the sire box. The drop-down box to the left may be used to select a dam or a sire without tapping all the tattoo. Here, the dam is CEPO 5577SC. Then I press Tab or click on the animal I want. It will appear in the next box. Occasionally, there may be a lamb born and the ewe or the ram can be identified. Use a standard unknown dam or sire tattoo. This tattoo should be made up of the breed of the ewe or the ram and the word ewe or ram. For example, use DPU or DP ram for unknown Pole Dorset ewe or ram. For ewe or ram where the breed is unknown, use XX. For example, XXU or XX ram. These unknown ewe and ram identifications are already in the database. For example, the sire can be entered as DP ram like this. What I know is identification. I can enter a tattoo format here or its national ID. The breed of the lambs will be calculated by the system. The birth date must be entered in the date format that was chosen at the top of the screen. 2013-04-08. The national ID field is an optional field designed to accept the national identification number for the lamb being entered. The flux letters chosen at the top of the screen will default into the new animal tattoo box. To accept these letters, press the right arrow key, then key the animal number and tab or enter to the next field. The year letter in generation code will be added automatically. Your own flux letters should be used as the flux letter for the lamb. The animal number can have as many as 6 digits, but it must consist of only numbers. If the box Generate Tattoo is checked, the tattoo will appear automatically when you will have finished to key the national ID. It is possible to fill a tattoo different of the last 5 digits of the national ID if the box Generate Tattoo is unchecked. You can also change it manually. All lamb that you gave birth to should be recorded, including the dead and mummified, and coded with disposal codes appropriately. Obviously, the dead lambs will usually not have tags, so numbers can be made up. Some producers use a 0 in front of the number of siblings. For example, triplets with one dead may be 24, 25, and 025. Others use large numbers that they wouldn't normally use. For example, 9001. The sex of the lamb must be entered as M for male, F for female, and W for whether. Hermaphrodite can be filled in as F or M, but should be identified with the common code 3W. Enter the number of lambs born by the natural dam, including those born dead or mummified, in the born as field. This win as field is the number of lambs win or the number raised to the 50-day weighing. Therefore, if the lamb have been raised on a ewe along with one other lamb, you will place a 2 in this column. This is regardless how many lambs were born by the ewe. She could have only had a single but raised twins. Refer to the video How to Fill a Lamb form for more details. If the lamb have been bottle fed, a B is placed in this field. A dead lamb is always raised as 0 if it is 5A, 5B, or 5C. If a lamb dies between 10 days and the 50-day weighing, 5D, consider the lamb rise if it reached 21 days of age or more. Before 21 days of age, the raise as should be 0. A bottle lamb that dies should be raised as 0 with 3U common code. This foster ID field is used when the lamb has been fostered onto another ewe. Complete the sire and the dam section with the identification of the natural parents. Put the identification of the foster ewe in the foster ID field. The case of embryo transfer will be explained in another video. The registration name and number are optional fields designed to accommodate the registration name and number of an animal registered with CLRC. The completion of the birth weight is optional, but if used, the weights should be recorded in kilograms. Birth weights should be taken in the first 24 hours of life. Do not enter the birth weight as 0 if the lamb was unweighted at birth. Just leave the field blank. The same thing applies for the other weights. I don't have the birth weight. I leave it blank. Enter the actual 50-day weight in kilograms. If the 50-day weight for the animal has not been taken, the weight should be entered later under the Edit Group button. Enter the date that the 50-day weight was taken using the date format chosen. The 50-day weights should be taken when the group of lambs is between 35 to 65 days of age. The range of dates accepted is actually 28 to 69 days, which provides some flexibility in weight dates. You don't need to weight each lamb when it is 50-day old. Different 50-day weight dates can be entered if needed. It was on 2013-06-25. Enter the actual 100-day weight in kilograms. If the 100-day weight for the animal has not yet been taken, the weight should be entered later under the Edit Group button. Enter the date that the 50-day weight was taken using the date format chosen. The 100-day weights should be taken when the group of lambs is between 85 and 115 days of age. The range of dates accepted is actually 70 to 120 days, which provides some flexibility in the weight dates. It must have an interval of at least 28 days between 50-day and 100-day weighings. You don't need to weigh each lamb when it is 100 days old. Different 100-day weight dates can be entered if needed. It was taken on 2013-07-29. The date or approximative date of death or disposal can be entered here. For 5A mummify or 5B stillborn, the birth date of the lamb should be used. You can also add this information later on disposal transfer button. The lamb was sold to the slaughterhouse on 2013-8-4. If the lamb is no longer in the flock or was born dead, mummified, or as part of an abortion, the appropriate code should be entered here. Click on the arrow at the end of the field to choose the codes from a list or enter the code directly. Stillborn 5B is used when the lamb didn't breed, and 5C, died 0-10 days, is used when the lamb did breed but subsequently died. I will give the code 5G for slaughterhouse. The common codes 1, 2, 3 are designed to keep track of particular situation or condition of your animals. Up to 3 common codes can be used. If any of the ewe, lambing, or lamb codes apply at this time, they should be chosen from the drop-down list or entered. He has uneven jaw development, so I entered 3A. The other comments is a memo field, which means that text can be typed into it to record any other information that you wish to keep on this animal. For example, genotype ARRVRQ. To save the completed record, type Alt-S on your keyboard to save the record or click on the Save button. If successful, most of the field of the form will be cleared and the cursor put in position to enter the next animal. A green message will be shown here. The following field will remain completed: date format, flux letters, management year, management group, dam ID, sire ID, birth date, 50-day and 100-day weight dates. An invalid save will show the specific error in red text at the bottom of the window. Most common errors are due to an incorrect sire or dam and values that were not entered correctly or were out of range. Be sure you use the right date format according to the date format you choose at the beginning. Once your data entry session is completed, close the pop-up by clicking on Cancel button or press Escape to return to the Mind tab. You can now select the management group of lambs you have entered in the program and see them on the Mind screen.